Did you fall for what was taking place over the last 36 hours? That's the big question. It was very clear that we got into a little bit of a liquidation event. Wasn't really much in terms of news that pushed things down. Maybe Jim Cramer talking about buying BTC and crypto for his kids sent us into a frenzy. But what we've actually started to do is climb back in the early part of the morning. And actually something for XRP right now is flashing buy now. And we're going to discuss that in this video. As always, this isn't my words. This isn't financial advice or anything like that. But we also need to talk about the largest day for XRP here since March, and actually the potentially largest week in 2025 alone. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So I had actually woken up early, like I talked about in my ADA video today. And it was about 2 a.m. and I was actually seeing XRP hit $2.96. And that was not fun. But here's the thing is, we're in a big swing in the crypto market right now where momentum has carried us obviously very high. You need resets and cooldowns to take place, like I've talked about. But what we're also seeing is extreme conviction in terms of assets, and the data is showing exactly this. So while there was this shakeout that took place, there were a lot of people calling for, big washouts and 50% crashes and all these things. Didn't happen. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Obviously, nobody knows what's coming for sure. But in terms of XRP, we came down. We tested our 20-day moving average. Great bounce off of that. Not a whole lot here, guys. We're kind of floating in no man's land, just waiting to make our next extension. So this could be our higher low confirmation that does in fact send us higher. Like I've talked about in other charts, we're building a bit of an inverse head and shoulders here. So hopefully, we can get this right shoulder built and then just extend out of there to a new all-time high yet again. Now, what I will say here is in terms of XRP, we had some pretty significant liquidations over the last 24 hours, $104 million. Sizable amount, one of the larger assets that had liquidations in the crypto market. And what was great about this, guys, is like I talked about yesterday, bear trap. Sucked in a bunch of short leverage. We're seeing some shorts get liquidated already this morning. Hopefully this continues as the day proceeds, but you guys can see we're almost at an 11% imbalance to the short side. That is awesome. Okay. Now, maybe they tried to shake the market again this morning with the news of Thailand actually attacking Cambodia. Didn't really have the hit that they thought it was going to be. And of course, right now, there are big things flashing buy now. For example, OliCharts posted buy XRP now, says the TD sequential indicator. Not sure what that indicator is or what it means, but what it is suggesting is that we do have some upside push from here. It's a question of, do we actually get that? How high does it go? And yada, 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 right? I will say BTC showing some strength in these levels is obviously giving us a lot of strength. We had a perfect retest on our $1 trillion mark in terms of our total 3. That was great. But I will say on a fundamental level for XRP, that's where we're making really significant progress. In fact, when we look at these daily supply removed from exchanges, not yesterday, the day before, July 22nd, was actually our largest day of exchange supply removal we have seen since all the way back here on March 2nd. That is a really, really big deal. And in fact, this week alone has already almost eclipsed the July 6th week. And right now we're on pace to actually crush the week of May 11th. So we could actually see the largest week of accumulation, removal, and hoarding of supply we have seen here in 2025. It would in fact be the second largest week ever, if you really think about it. That is a huge, huge deal because many people are just buying and prepping for the future. We know that obviously the likelihood of a XRP spot ETF has risen to 95%. We know that there are now 2 approved and stayed approvals for 2. Trying to think of the best way to say this. There are 2 approved basket ETFs that both include XRP that have been approved and stayed. So we're making significant progress in the crypto market. And really anything that we're going through right now, like little shakeouts like these, like a 10 down, 10% day in terms of XRP, that's tiny in comparison to where we're headed. All right. Obviously, there's no guarantees. This isn't financial advice or anything like that, but shakeouts will happen. They will try to rock the markets. We'll get those moments of cool down, and then we just resume. We continue. We're accelerating towards adoption. Governments and enterprises are accumulating in huge ways right now. And biggest thing is just don't get fooled by what's happening. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.